Greetings and bienvenue, midnight crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast, and welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
I've spent the last 11 years building out stuff on the seabed. Seen some spooky stuff a few times. Be me ROV, remotely operated vehicle pilot. Get stuck on pipeline inspection job. My normal line of work is subsea construction. I get on this ship and the systems are very old. Newer systems are much easier to pilot and repair. DVR system is strange, not digital. Fuck my life.jpg. This tech is old and this is not going to be fun. DVR is basically a security system that writes to DVD or VHS. ROV does not have any kind of pipe skid. They send us, I shit you not, some wheelbarrow wheels and tell me to figure it out. Pick related superintendent, tell riggers to bring up tooling. WTF is all this? He says client wants a view of every angle of pipe litter and pipe tracking data. My face when I have to on the spot engineer how it's going to pass all this data without a network backbone. I bemoan the fact that they expect me to do all of this because I have 2 mouth breathers working with me on the 3-man crew. I get to work on all of this POS equipment and wonder to myself, why are we using this stuff we have much newer and better? Get inside the ROV pilot shack. What the fuck are these CRT screens? Pick related. Super tells me to stop bitching and job is making us the same money if we use new shit or old shit. I tell him not paid enough for this shit. He laughs and fucks off. Mouth breather 1 comes in complaining. I tell him to shut the fuck up and bring me some tools. We are sailing out to the job site where we are supposed to deploy, and I don't have much time to think about anything other than I need to have everything ready when we get there. I somehow get all this data through 2 fibers and 1 prism mux. Litter is talking. Hell yeah. .jpg. I mounted some cams on the end of these horrible robot arms they gave me. To run the arms they all just went to hydraulic solenoid valves. Because of their off and on nature, they are jumpy as heck. Client won't be happy, but whatever. Just in time too. Super comes on the clear comms and tells us we are on location on DP. Wrangle the crew and do one last pre-dive. All systems go. GIF. Depth for this job starts at 1,000 feet and goes down over time. So Fatty has to stay on the wench to make sure TMS is at 200 feet off of seabed at all times. He complains. But I tell him crew will change locations every hour. Super says that's a no-go and Fatty stays outside and that I am the only pilot. 12 hours of piloting a day sucks. Wet test complete, we get back on deck. Both ROV crews get called in for job brief. Super says my system will be on the pipeline, while second system will lag behind us and with a 50-foot altitude and watch sonar for in hills. Lucky fucks don't even have any tooling. We go back and launch the system, go to depth. So far everything normal and boring. First day everything's fine. Wake up the next day. Don't hear the wench's hydraulics running. Not a good sign, something must be broken. I get out and crew just stares at me looking guilty. Okay guys, WTF happened? I handed you a working system, and you hand me this shit. Anon, we don't know how, but we crashed the TMS into the seabed. Are you kidding me? Anon, the system said we were well off of seabed. Then, all the cameras showed us hitting the ground and it went sideways. For fuck's sake. PNG. Okay, damage report. Water intrusion only in hydraulics compensators saved the backbone. Roger that, go get some sleep guys. 6 hours later all fixed. No idea how guys with that much EXP didn't notice the seabed. And no idea how the second ROV crew didn't call out a hail to the other system, it was their one fucking job. We have meeting and get back to it. Launch the system and go back 200 meters from area. We stopped scanning pipeline so we don't miss anything. ROV to control. Where was this impact at? Control ROV, don't worry about it and get on that pipe. Roger that, control, just don't want to hit it again. On my sonar, I am not seeing any hills. Just so you know, we run 24-hour ops with 2 crews on 2 systems. Control ROV here. Yeah, you are coming up on an area where the pipe hangs off a cliff a bit. Did they miss a mud mat, control? No, I guess they just never put one down. Roger that, control. Survey ROV survey. Those guys are always slacking. How far is this cliff? You should see it, ROV, just range out a bit on the sonar. Copy that, survey. Sure enough, see the cliff on display. ROV client would like to get a lidar shot of this cliff. They want to be able to make a support for it. I have to get much closer before I can use the lidar, so I keep going until I have it 30 feet out on sonar. WTF am I looking at? Sonar, lidar and laser say cliff, but my eyes don't. ROV 14, ROV 12. Yes, 12, can you guys come over here and turn your light up all the way? I can't move with the lidar on. And landing on the pipe with these wagon wheels sucks. Roger that, ROV going in. As the second system floats above and past us, I get a better look. My sit camera is very good in low light, but you can see strange static sometimes. ROV control? Silent. There is no cliff, but where my sonar is saying there is no seabed, the ground looks strange. The ground is almost vibrating. It doesn't look right. I zoom as far in as I can. The system is not digital, so zooming doesn't lower the resolution of the image at all. I start another lidar scan of the area. While that thing is running, I look at the other ROV feed. 14, 12, can you get in a bit closer and get a look? Sure thing, 12, have to be careful to not cross tethers. Now, this shit here stick with me to this day. As they got closer, the ground started just sliding down, and from under this pipe something started moving out from under it without disturbing the seabed. The seabed is silt and get blown out very easily. Wide-eyed I check the sonar. Nothing. Look back and forth at both screens seeing this shit. It was, I guess to this day I don't know, some kind of craft. It was a silvery gray, flattish and oval. It moves to my port side fast as fuck. At this point I have no idea what I should be doing. Everyone is frozen. This thing can move around without disturbing the water, seabed and nothing, but our eyes can see it. It moved toward the second system. The more it moves, it loses its color and staticky look of the seafloor vibrating. The surface, if this thing reminded me in the moment of how cuttlefish can blend in very well and change the texture and color of their skin. As it got close to the second system, they turned to look at it, I guess a little too fast, as it was a 250 HP system and hard to control. They spooked it. This thing just shot off like a bat out of hell. My mind raced as I saw this. What went through my mind was, I guess, what went through the other's mind. Whatever the hell that thing is, it was going up. Now that may not mean much to you, but it was advanced enough to avoid every form of detection other than sight. And even then, it had some kind of active camo. ROV returned to TMS, broke the silence. All systems returned to deck. At this point we started hauling ass to recover. Now what happened next, I don't know why happened. Could have been the old system just with bad timing, but the ROV took a bad electrical hit. Second system was in TMS already, they are 100 HP more than us and had no tooling. but I lost everything. Power went out. I heard a loud boom from the PDU. Holy fuck, weird thing we saw or not, we have a dead sub. Call wench operator. Whole ROV deck lost power on ship from the hit we took. Norwegian's electricians are out in a hurry trying to get power back. Power restored. After cutting ROV power from vessel. Wench fired up. Dead sub recovered. Anon. HFS Super is on deck yelling at me. Anon, get that power back on in the shack. Yeah, no shit, we got a job to do. No, we are going in transit. WTFY? We are going to port. Okay, WTF was that thing? He just looks at me and says get back online. I do, and he takes the DVR and discs out of my shack along with the litter laptop. We pull into port, and on the beach 2 guys wearing LSU, Louisiana State University, polos are waiting on the dock. No PPE. Super gives them our stuff. As I get closer, I notice these guys are a bit fucking old to be in LSU polos, and they have the shirts tucked in like grade A nerds. Something tells me to shut the F up. I get back to my system and start a damage check. Main motor fried. TMS motor fried. Slipring fried on TMS. Slipring fried on wench. One of our transformers on the 6000 volts 3-phase fried. All varistors in the PDU fried. Total fucking loss. I've seen water flood a sub and it did not do any damage like that.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel, as more Greentext will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.